The screen fades in with soft echoes of distant footsteps. A shadow moves through the mist. Then a voice whispers, "Some reunions change everything." Suddenly there he is, Jamie Fraser's son, William, stepping out of the light. His eyes lock onto Claire's and the world seems to stop. The Outlander Season 8 trailer has finally dropped, and it delivers a moment fans never expected to see so soon. Claire coming face to face with the boy who carries Jamie's blood, and the weight of a truth he still doesn't fully understand. This is the scene that has sparked shock, debate, and waves of emotion across the fandom. And now, we break down how the trailer sets the stage for the most power Season 7 left Claire and Jamie's world hanging by a thread. And the new trailer wastes no time pulling those threads even tighter. As we move into this final chapter, Claire is still carrying the fear of losing Jamie once again. The battles, the separations, and the endless dangers of their time have worn her down. Yet she continues forward with the same strength she's always carried. The trailer opens with flashes of the chaos they've survived, gunshots echoing across the fields, and the heartbreak of being torn apart by forces beyond their control. We also see how William's journey has changed him. In Season 7, he began to sense the truth about who he really is, even if no one dared say it out loud. He felt a pull toward Jamie that he couldn't explain, a recognition in the man's eyes he didn't yet understand. Now, the trailer hints that William may finally be ready to confront that buried truth. He stands taller, more sure of himself. Yet there is a storm inside him, a quiet struggle between loyalty and identity. Meanwhile, Claire has been trapped between fear and hope. She knows Jamie is somewhere out there, alive or dead. And every moment without him feels like walking through fog with no clear path. The trailer shows her standing alone on a rocky shore, staring at the waves as if searching for a sign. Her expression says everything. She is tired, wounded, but still unbroken. She refuses to give up, even when everything else seems lost. This recap moment in the trailer doesn't just remind us of the past, it prepares us for the emotional collision that's coming. Claire, William, and Jamie are drifting toward one another like separate storms on the same horizon. And Season 8 is shaping up to be the moment those storms finally meet. All season yet, the trailer shifts into a quieter, haunting moment. The screen darkens, and before we see anything at all, we hear Claire's voice, soft, tired, and filled with a kind of pain that only years of loss can create. She says something that sounds like a warning, or maybe a confession. Time takes from us what we're not ready to lose. Her words echo over a slow shot of a fog-covered forest, where the trees stand like silent witnesses to every secret the Frasers have carried. The camera moves through the shadows as if searching for someone who doesn't want to be found. This scene feels different from anything Outlander has shown us before. There's no rush, no battle, no chaos. Instead, it's the quiet that feels dangerous. The trailer uses this stillness to remind us that Claire's heart has taken blow after blow, and each loss stays with her. The forest reflects this perfectly beautiful on the surface, but full of hidden paths that could lead anywhere or nowhere at all. The mist curls around every branch, almost as if the world itself is holding its breath as Claire's voice continues. Her tone shifts not to fear, but to determination. It's the sound of a woman who has walked through time and survived every era that tried to break her. She isn't just thinking about the past anymore. She's sensing what's coming. The forest may be calm, but something inside it is moving toward her life once again, something she cannot avoid this time. Then the camera stops. A figure appears far in the distance, blurry and quiet, as if the forest itself is revealing him slowly on purpose. We don't see his face yet, but we know this isn't Jamie. The posture, the careful steps, the sense of uncertainty, it all points to someone else. Someone connected to Jamie in a different way. Someone who carries the same fire, but with far less understanding of where it came from. The forest scene makes one thing clear. This season is not just about battles or survival, it's about truth pushing its way into the light. And Claire, standing alone with the weight of time on her shoulders, is about to face the truth she never expected to meet in this quiet, eerie place. The world around her is holding its breath, because everything is about to change. The stillness of the forest breaks with a soft crunch of leaves. The camera shifts, and for the first time in the trailer, light touches the face of the mysterious figure. It's William. But not the boy Claire once saw from a distance. This is a young man shaped by war, pride, and the shadow of a father he never truly knew. His expression is steady, yet something flickers behind his eyes, something almost fragile. It's the look of someone standing at the edge of a truth he hasn't been told, but has always felt. Claire turns toward him slowly, as if her body understands who he is before her mind does. For a moment, the world fades out. No battle fires, no marching armies, no sound at all, just people staring at each other across a small divide and a lifetime of secrets. Claire's breath catches in her throat, and the camera focuses on her eyes, filled with shock, recognition, and something deeper: fear. Not fear of William himself, but fear of what this meeting means. Jamie lives inside this young man's face, in the curve of his jaw, in the way he holds his ground. It's like seeing a ghost she never asked for. William, meanwhile, watches Claire with a mix of curiosity and confusion. He clearly knows who she is, Jamie's wife, the woman tied to the stories he has heard and the questions he has never dared to ask. Yet he also seems unsure why being near her feels strange, as though her presence stirs something buried inside him. The tension is quiet, but heavy. Like a secret pressing against a locked door, the trailer captures this moment with raw honesty. No dramatic music, no sweeping camerage, to souls standing face to face, bound by a man they both love in very different ways. In William's eyes, Claire sees Jamie's courage, but she also sees his loneliness. In Claire's eyes, William glimpses a truth that has followed him his whole life, even when he didn't recognize it. This is not a reunion filled with joy or warmth. It is a collision of past and present, of truth and silence, of a woman who has lived through time and a son who has lived without knowing his real father. And in that brief moment, as the forest holds its breath again, it becomes clear that nothing in Season 8 will be simple. This meeting is only the beginning, and the weight of Jamie's legacy is about to change all of them. The trailer doesn't treat Claire and William's meeting as just another dramatic moment. It treats it as a turning point, the kind that shifts the story's entire direction. As the scene continues, the camera lingers on Claire's face, and you can almost see her fighting a wave of memories. Jamie holding her, Jamie laughing, Jamie risking everything for the people he loves. And now, here stands his son, flesh and blood, shaped by choices that tore their family apart long ago. It's not that Claire didn't expect William to grow into the man he is, but nothing prepares her for the way he mirrors Jamie without even trying. What makes this reunion so powerful is the emotional cost behind every glance. Claire sees the boy Jamie never had the chance to raise, the child whose existence forced Jamie into impossible sacrifices. She sees the weight William carries without knowing its true origin, and she feels the old ache of a story that never had a chance to unfold the way it should have. It's not grief, exactly, but something quieter and deeper, reminder of the price Jamie paid to protect them all. The trailer cleverly shows William through Claire's eyes, letting us experience the shock and tenderness of the moment with her. William's presence answers questions Claire buried long ago, but it also raises new ones. Does he know? Does he suspect? And most importantly, what will he do when the truth finally stands in front of him, undeniable and alive? For William, this meeting leaves its own mark. The camera catches subtle changes in him, the tightening of his jaw, the cautious respect in his voice when he speaks to Claire. It's as if he senses a connection he can't name, a thread pulling him toward a truth that has always lived just beyond his reach. He doesn't know Jamie is his father, but something inside him reacts to Claire in a way he can't explain. It's not familiarity, but recognition, like meeting someone whose story has been tied to yours from the start. This section of the trailer reminds us that Outlander has always been driven by more than love. It has been shaped by sacrifice. Jamie's choices ripple through every character's life. And in this moment, those ripples collide in a single breath shared between Claire and William. Their meeting is not just emotional. It's necessary. It holds the spark of revelations waiting to surface, of bonds waiting to be formed, and of pain waiting to be healed. Season 8 promises battles and heartbreak. Yes, but this reunion shows us something even more compelling. The quiet, unstoppable force of truth finally rising to the surface. And that truth will challenge every character we love. Right after the charged moment between Claire and William, the trailer shifts again, pulling us into a series of quick, unsettling images, each one hinting at Jamie's presence without ever showing him directly. It feels intentional, almost like the trailer is playing a quiet game with the audience. We don't see Jamie's face, but we feel him everywhere, as if the story refuses to move forward without acknowledging the man at its center. The first clue comes in the form of a blurred silhouette on horseback. The camera never sharpens the image, leaving viewers unsure whether the figure is Jamie or simply a soldier passing through the chaos. But the posture, the way the rider leans slightly forward, fans know that silhouette. It's the kind of visual tease that sets the heart racing, yet offers no certainty. It's as if Jamie exists somewhere between life and rumor, close enough to sense but too far to grasp. Another clip shows Claire holding a worn piece of cloth, deep blue, torn at the edge. It looks like part of Jamie's coat, and the way she presses it to her chest says everything. She isn't just remembering him. She's feeling him, as though the fabric carries the warmth he left behind. The trailer lingers on her hands just long enough to make us wonder if she found it moments before, or if she's been holding onto it for months, letting it guide her through the darkness. Then comes a shot of William studying a map, his finger tracing a route that seems oddly familiar. It's almost as though he's unknowingly following the path Jamie once took. The map is marked with places Jamie fought, survived, and bled for. William doesn't understand the connection yet, but the trailer makes it clear. He's walking closer too. Jamie's world with every step. One of the most striking hints appears in the form of a voice, Jamie's voice, faint and echoing, layered under the trailer's music. It's not a loud moment. Most viewers might miss it the first time, but Claire's head lifts at that exact second, as if she feels him through the air. The editors know what they're doing. They're reminding us that Jamie is more than a character. He's a presence, a force that refuses to disappear, even when the world tries to separate him from the people he loves. And finally, the camera captures Claire standing on a cliffside, wind tearing at her hair. She looks out over the horizon with a mixture of hope and dread. Claire has survived the impossible before, but this moment makes it clear. She's preparing to face the truth about Jamie, whatever it may be. Whether he's alive, wounded, or lost somewhere between battles, the connection between them refuses to break. This entire section of the trailer creates a powerful rhythm, one that beats with Jamie's absence while whispering the possibility of his return. It's not confirmation, but it's not denial either. It's a promise that Jamie's story is far from over, and the people who love him are being pulled toward him in ways they don't yet understand. The trailer takes a sharp emotional turn as we move into one of its most powerful scenes. Claire finally reaching a moment where her strength begins to crack. For seasons, she has carried the weight of every loss, every battle, every separation from Jamie. She has stood firm, even when the world demanded more from her than any person should bear. But in this part of the trailer, something inside her shifts. For the first time in a long time, Claire stops trying to hide the storm raging in her heart. We see her alone in a dimly lit cabin, fire behind her casting unsteady shadows across the walls. She sits at a wooden table with her head bowed, hands trembling ever so slightly. There are no grand speeches, no dramatic music, just a quiet, painful silence. It's the kind of silence that only comes when someone is fighting back tears they promised they wouldn't shed. Claire presses her palms against her eyes, as if trying to push away the memories that refuse to leave her. The trailer shows flashes of her past with Jamie, his smile, his voice, the way he used to hold her as if the world couldn't touch them. These aren't long clips. They're quick, almost like thoughts she's trying to shut out. But it's clear she can't. The memories keep breaking through, reminding her of everything she fears she may never get back. And the harder she tries to stay calm, the more her heartbreak becomes visible. Then we see her standing outside in the rain, the sky dark and heavy above her. Her hair is soaked, her clothes clinging to her, but she doesn't move. It's as if she is rooted in place, bracing herself against a truth she doesn't want to accept. In the corner of the frame, we glimpse William watching her from a distance, concern flickering across his face. He doesn't approach her, not yet, but the trailer suggests that he recognizes something in her pain. Even if he doesn't understand its full meaning, Claire is not a woman who breaks easily. That's why this moment lands so hard. It isn't just sadness, it's exhaustion, fear, and love colliding all at once. She's carrying the possibility that Jamie might be gone, and the guilt of feeling helpless. And now, with William suddenly appearing in her life, the emotions she has kept buried are rising to the surface, demanding to be faced. The way the trailer frames this scene tells us something important. Season 8 is not just about battles or reunions, it's about confronting the truths that were ignored for too long, the emotions that have been pushed aside in the name of survival. Claire's breakdown isn't a sign of weakness. It's a reminder that even the strongest hearts can only carry so much before they finally crack open, revealing everything they've been trying to protect. This emotional unraveling is the turning point that pushes Claire forward. Her vulnerability becomes fuel, her grief becomes resolve. And this moment shows that whatever happens next, Claire will face it not as the unbreakable healer she pretends to be, but as the human woman she truly is, full of fear, love, and unstoppable determination. As the trailer reaches its final moments, the pace quickens, pushing us toward a wave of tension that refuses to settle. We see a rapid montage of scenes, glimpses of battles, desperate rides through the countryside, and faces worn down by fear and hope. But beneath all the noise, one theme stands out. Every character is being pulled toward the truth. Whether they are ready for it or not, the trailer cuts back to Claire and William, no longer standing apart, but now forced into the same journey. Their alliance feels uneasy, shaped by questions neither has dared to speak aloud. William rides beside her with a look of determination, unaware that the road ahead might lead him to the revelation that will reshape his entire identity. Claire, meanwhile, watches him with a mixture of worry and quiet resolve. She knows that once the truth surfaces, once Jamie's bloodline stands fully before him, nothing will ever be the same. Their path seems to lead toward a distant battlefield, where smoke rises against a gray sky. The camera shows soldiers running, muskets firing, horses screaming, all the chaos of a world torn apart by war. This isn't just historical conflict anymore. It's the backdrop of the personal battles that will decide their future. Every step forward brings Claire closer to Jamie, yet each moment is filled with the fear that she might arrive too late. Then comes the trailer's most gripping moment, a sudden cut to black, followed by the sound of Jamie calling Claire's name. His voice is raw, strained, as if he's fighting through pain or distance to reach her. The screen stays dark for a heartbeat too long, building a tension that makes viewers lean in, breath held tight, and then just for an instant we see the shape of a man collapsing to the ground. A flash of red hair catching the light before the shot disappears again. It's only a second, but it's enough to send a shock through the effendo. The trailer ends with Claire whispering, "I'll find you, no matter the cost." Her voice trembles, but her promise is unbreakable. The screen fades into the Outlander Season 8 title card, leaving viewers suspended in a mix of dread and hope. Nothing is resolved, nothing is certain, but everything feels closer than ever. This final section of the trailer accomplishes what Outlander does best. It ties heart, danger, and destiny into one unstoppable thread. Season 8 isn't just another chapter. It's the moment every secret, sacrifice, and relationship converges. Claire's reunion with William, the clues of Jamie's survival, and the emotional cracks forming in every character, all point to a season filled with raw truth and life-changing choices. And when the trailer finally cuts to silence, one message becomes clear. The end of the story is coming, but its most powerful moments have only just begun.